Day 2 of the Binding of Isaac, where Isaac and his Isaac will both watch Isaac on the Christian Isaac. Now, what do we got? One successful run, but also the character. I'm talking the character, Lazarus. Lazarus is a very uninteresting character, thankfully. So, that actually probably would have been a good one to save, but you know, what are you going to do? Milk, on the other hand, is, it's of questionable use, increases your fire rate as soon as you take damage. One of those many take damage for a benefit type of items. However, I am not going to be worrying about that too much. Now, the whole thing with Lazarus, of course, is he can die and get revived with extra stats. But I can't remember, they changed that up in a recent or recent-ish update, and I do not remember exactly what it is supposed to be now. Like once per floor or something? It used to be almost like a completely separate character. I think in fact internally it was. It was like not Isaac 2. It was Lazarus and Lazarus, the sequel to Lazarus. I'm a pro gamer, by the way. I just want y'all, I want to make that absolutely clear. What does, you know what? Yeah, let's do this. Take a withdrawal from the bank of the donation machine. Because I'll take this. Refunds 5 coins on picking it up, and now I don't need to worry about keys. Mostly. I'll need to worry about keys sometimes, but not mostly. I mean, this isn't exactly Enter the Gungeon or whatever, where it's like keys are, you know, the determining factor to if you're going to have a good run or not. But, you know, to here, it's just, take it. Oh, cracked dice! Oh, do I want to literally and figuratively roll the dice? Yes. Absolutely. I'm ready for a wacky run here today. Maybe. I mean, we'll see. There's a certain amount of wackiness where wackiness just kind of turns into death. I mean, it's the sort of, it's the difference between, you know, bravery and stupidity and all that sort of stuff. If it works, I look like a genius. If it doesn't work, I still look like a genius who just happened to make a momentary mistake, you know? Something like that. Look, point is, take damage, get big gains. That's apparently the name of the run. The name of the run is probably The Binding of Isaac Christmas Special Day 2. But I can call it both things if I want to. What are you going to do, stop me? You're not. You can't. Just try and stop me from naming these videos terribly and in a way that nobody would ever want to watch. I dare you. Should have come up with some dumb naming gimmick for this, though. We're only doing it's a 10-episode mega series after all. I could have done something more interesting, but as we all know, I only determine exactly what I'm going to be doing for like every video 5 seconds after it's uploaded. Where's cracked dice? I got milk, I guess. Keep getting that sweet milk, baby. I'm sort of hoping that if I'm taking a lot of double damage here, that I'm going to be getting like cracked dice, you know, popping off, really giving me something sweet, or at least something different. Kind of like, you know, it's kind of its whole thing. Though I do think I might have gotten like stat rerolls or something. No, that's probably just the milk again. Milk, one of the few items that is not really like an explicit reference, but is just an idiom. Everyone's favorite, not nearly as good sort of deal. What are we doing? Anything. Whatever I feel like doing, pretty much. I mean, I got money. We're doing money run now, so let's get on with this already. I don't know. It's like 90% of the items in this game, they're all dumb references to something else. I mean, as you do, as has been time tested, time immemorial sort of. Come on, give me something. Sort of way to. That's what you're giving me. Ooh, okay, all right, I was forgiven. Well, forgiven. We'll see how forgiven it is by the end of this. I'm surprised you are not paying off at all. Like, not even a little bit. I think that was actually a big stat up or something. Whatever. All right. Well, look, Lazarus. The whole thing with Lazarus is, again, he revives. He's a revive guy. He revives and stuff. Oh yeah, you also get like what is it? The thing that I just got there, anemia, whatever. But yeah, no, I was saying, yeah, like references in video games. It's always kind of like surprising to see when you have all these dumb references in video games, and it's just like it's always how it's been. Every single like indie game for all time, from the oldest to the very newest ones, are all are all like just completely chock full of dumb references and things. It just went from here's a bunch of references to like usually pop culture stuff. Like, here's a bunch of references to, you know, the Honeymooners or something. But then, like, Star Trek. And, yeah. Now that we have, like, so many video games now, references have only just gotten even more intense. Because there are so many more classic video games to reference. Like, NetHack, oh, I want that. I actually really do want that. That's the cancer trinket. I mean, of course, it's replaced with the cancer awareness trinket, because mods. Once again, another one of those mods that I forgot that I had on here. What was I saying? Right. It's like it used to be that NetHack, one of the big references that they had there was to the Colossal Cave Adventure, the manual, where it's just like, oh, most adventurers are very poor because they don't have a Platinum Yendorian Express card. And it's like and they put the Platinum Yendorian Express card in the game, which is just like I suppose not nearly as obscure at the time, you know, when it's coming out back in like the early 80s, but at least for right now, it's like the actual explanation would require so much more than what's worth it. But then again, who's playing NetHack these days? I mean, this game was partially inspired by NetHack. It was Eggman McMuffin, I believe, went on record saying, like, hey, I wanted to make a game that was all like, yeah, you know what, here, you get, like, spectral tears and also higher fire rate. I wanted to make a game that was like Zelda and also like NetHack. And I'm just like, I can appreciate that. I can respect that. I also like NetHack. It's my favorite game of all time, of course. Now, is that quite the same thing? Man, I would really like that trinket. Now, is it quite the same thing? I would say no. I mean, look, I like old Bindle of Ibex here. It's a good game. It's a great game. But is it like, you know, have even remotely close to? And the answer is maybe like a little bit. The sort of depth that you get in your average game of NetHack. It's less of a mess, certainly. OG, NetHack is just this absolute nightmare of a game. That is completely and totally like you've heard of games that oh, it's like, oh, you gotta have like a wiki to play them. It's like NetHack was like the original one. That's not true, but certainly it was one of the more. Certainly it was much closer to that sort of idea than most games that you would have. Like, the absolute absurdity of the things that they allow you to do on a regular basis is what really makes me interested in that game in the first place. So nothing's quite dethroned it, although I feel like some games are getting close. Certainly, you know, the amount of development that a game like a Binding of Isaac here has means that you start to see that sort of thing. The scope creep and all that sort of stuff starts to get real wacky over time. And I, of course, am really into video games just entirely that have just absurd... Yeah, I'm in the dross. I'll take it. Probably going to go switch back to taking the worm trinket, though, at this rate. Would have really liked to have gotten that cancer trinket, though, but no, I didn't decide that I was worthy of it. Well, anyway, better drops from poops. Case in point. Anyway, yeah, well, so the big thing I'm trying to say is I want more games that are pretty much unplayable because of the amount of junk that is put in them. And a game like Binding of Isaac, I do think is getting kind of close. One of the few games that I feel like really sort of captured that spirit of just, I don't know what's going on, but I can sure do a lot of things. They sure let me do an awful lot of things. Is like a Noita. Would really like if they were still doing big ol' updates or something for that game. Explosivo. Nah. Angry Fly. Anyway, I guess that's fine. Explosivo more often than not just ends with you, nice. With you saying nice. It's an item that makes you say nice. No, but blowing yourself up, so no, I can't really say that I'm like super interested in such a thing. Anyway, Noita, ridiculous, just ludicrous sort of mechanics that exist in that game. I think I talked about that actually while playing, oh, come on now. You know, here, take this then, idiot. That's what you deserve. Yeah, it's like, I still would have liked if Noita let you have like 10 times as many slots on the wand, but did like 100 times less damage. Just really force you to engage with the mechanics to an utterly and completely ludicrous degree. And I would play that game. And nobody else would play that game. I want it just to be a programming game. That's what I want out of Noita. They really put a lot of stuff in there, like, skip the next 2 wands and then repeat. Stuff like that. That's what I want. That's what I want out of those games. That's what I want out of games just like entirely. Things that just have mechanics that are stupid. You know, the fact that I've gotten so into playing like your sort of the Satisfactory, where it's just like figure out how to do this. Now the reality is the Satisfactory is ultimately like pretty easy. You can just wait long enough and actually beat that game. But at the same time, it's like if you really want to get into it, like trying to actually make some sort of logistical setup that makes sense. What do you think I was doing right before I started up? Hey, get out of here. I am surprised I did not get hit there. I am not surprised that I got hit there. On the other hand. Anyway. But yeah, right before this, I was playing some of that. What was I doing, you might ask? Just setting it. Let me tell you, I'm basically taking an entire ocean and moving it directly into the factory. But look, it's like once you understand what you're doing, it's just you just gotta execute it many times over. It's just like, and you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. In fact, I would probably say that's not even recommended that you play games like that. They don't want you to play games like that. But I don't care what developers want. I want to play their game as if I play their game as if I'm studying for an exam on it. That's how I play video games. That's how I want to play video games. Because video games are fun because video games are fun for me when they're needlessly complex with more mechanics than Hey, I'm playing as Lazarus and there's Flip right there. You know what? This is great. Let's go a little bit just a tad. Anyway. Yeah, that was a sentence I said. Look, rewind the video. It all made sense. Trust me. Alright, I think we've kind of gotten everything I'm going to get out of that. Although, do I want to just go take, like, the fake penny? Go and get me, like, a lot more money? Do want to have money. But I don't care that much about money, let's be real here. So, let's just get on with this here. And after all, hey, you know, I got Flip now. Can I go in here, or is it going to be like, nah, you got to look at these items. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be like, yeah, you gotta have Flip while you're looking at the items. You can't just pick up Flip and expect them to have some sort of flipped item inside of there. That's ridiculous. What are you even thinking? And the answer was that I was thinking about complicated games and how much I love them. It's the sort of thing where there's so many like multiplayer games I would like to get into, but I just don't want to play it multiplayer. You know, actually getting deep into like the mechanics. Oh, you got to get deep into the Yomi. You got to read the players' minds and all that sort of stuff if you want to actually. No, wait. I'm not going to die. I have a revive. Don't forget about that. And just realized what a horrible mistake that I almost made but didn't. Because I'm great at video games, you understand? I know what I'm doing. Super Pro. Isaac Super Pro here. Do you have Dead God? Yeah, let's not get exploded. Do you have Dead God? I ask you? Like 1% of players or something. It's a very exclusive club, you understand. It's not really the sort of thing that you know, they just give to any Tom, Dick, and Harry out there. Did you know that that's the origin of the word dick, meaning penis? I actually really like the D10. It's fun. It's a fun item, you understand. You know, I do have a revive. Got a drowsy pill. Yeah, let's go for it. Whatever. Here, you know what? Ah! I'm fine. Do it again. For fun. And then, oh, it didn't even turn into like nothing. It just turned into dips. I was thinking, you know, because it'll turn, because like the de-evolution practice of the Dio evolution, if you will, a Devo, you know, they're going to whip it real good, all that sort of stuff, is the sort where it'll often just kind of turn enemies into nothing. if you do it. And that's what I wanted. Nope. This is not bad. Okay, also a full health pill, which means one of those is a bad trip pill. But I'm not going to know which one until I leave this area. It doesn't matter. It's completely irrelevant either way because, like, you know, I'm not going to die. Yeah, I think this is a full health pill. Okay, good. That means that we now have all of the tools required to go and do a lot of dumb garbage. Really, let's just lay it on the table here. All the mostly just kind of waste time. We have no bombs. Well, it's not going to matter until the next floor. It should be fine. It should be not only fine, but super fine. Be like the sort of sugar you use to make cakes. Anyway, what else we got going on? I don't know. I kind of wanted to make this like a, you know, hey, we're just going to use cracked dye the entire time. But let's be honest, I got better stuff. It's not like the worm trinkets are any. I still do not have a bomb. It's not like the worm trinkets are anything really amazing, but they're good. Do have to remember that I need to save 2 bombs for this, and I should be able to. Shouldn't really be a problem. Look at those. Oh yeah, right. You get one every room, you might as well, all right? I mean, why am I even not? Why would you not? Oh, continuum. We get even more tiers all over the place. If I get like super high fire rate, that's pretty much that's the ball game, baby. You know, well, do I need money that much? I don't know. The weird Muppet character, I'm not going to worry too much about. No, you don't. No, I can't believe you did that. I won that bomb. And I won those keys. Mostly, I just won the bomb, I'll be honest. The bomb was a big one. And the most important bit here. Yeah, I don't have piercing, though, so that is going to be a little bit more of an issue. I suppose it doesn't really matter. But what was it? Now I'm just thinking again about, like, yeah. Can you imagine that that's where the euphemism as dick for penis came from? The idea of Tom, Dick, and Harry. So it's just like that. It's such an arbitrary sort of thing that, ooh, random garbage nonsense. Let's go. This could do anything. It could do nothing. And it's like, yeah, I know. I could have also just re-rolled it probably into a better item. But don't you want to have fun items? I want to have fun items. Right, I keep forgetting. It's like I took the Dio. I specifically gave up what is probably objectively a better item for the Dio. It's like, wait, why are you not using the Dio? Okay, it's not the Dio's not really doing a whole lot here, but I kind of expected that. Okay, it looks like I got some sort of like randomized tiers because it exploded into a ball of light there. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. Ugh. But yeah, if you're ever wondering, it's just like, hey, where'd the word Richard meaning dick comes from? Well, as it turns out, that's not like that was a completely unintentional sort of thing that just came about over time. Okay, well, anyway, it doesn't really matter either way. You know the amount of like euphemisms for genitalia there are. Why am I talking about this? Like, I don't know. I just, like, that's the stream of consciousness. We're just turning off the filter on this one. We're just going to go see where this goes. I'm recording like 5 of these in a row with the occasional break to go play. Yeah. Where's my bombs? Shouldn't have bombed my way into that one room, but like, what was I supposed to do? Not bomb my way into that one room? I can still maybe gamble for that. Yeah, the idea here is that I'm just going to record a bunch of these in a row, and I'm going to just like put them up because people ask me, hey, you going to do a thing with the thing? And I'm like, yeah, I'll do a thing with the thing. Boop. Hey, wait a second. What were those things even? I guess they were underground. Oh, well, damn it. Yeah, blood bag's all right. I can do some stuff with that. So is that. I mean, blood bag's all right if I don't get hit. Still looking for that bomb. Maybe like if I had, you know, acidic tears or rock tears or something also would be pretty poggers. I just want to say, there's the fool card again. That's not what I want. Honestly, I do not see any difference so far with the, I do not see any difference so far what with the whole, you know, wacky item. By the way, oh man, what am I gonna do? I might have to, I actually may have to. I don't wanna. Yeah, I gotta go gamble. All right, well, that's not ideal. All you had to do is give me some bombs, but here we are. Time to gamble, baby. Good. Well. So, oh, okay. No. I don't really know. I never play that guy. I don't even know how his whole stuff works, but I won, so that's really all I needed now, isn't it? Now I just gotta go fight Great Gideon, as you do, and then we're good. We're good what? I don't know. This is good. It's good, that's what. Oh, yes, and go right into the place with more bombs inside of it. It's the only thing I ever wanted. I have no idea what that Muppet character is even supposed to be. It's a real weird looking one. And I feel like it's a reference, but I surely do not know what sort of reference it is, if any. Yeah, it's like being able to use the Dio twice in a row like this means, boy, these enemies are going to be getting a lot easier rapidly. Just go turn into regular gapers for 90% of the rest of these floors. The rest of these nuts. Whoa. Okay. All right. All right. Now, what's cooler than being cool? Do you know what's cooler than being cool? I'm going to be very disappointed if you don't. I don't think I can... It doesn't work on bosses. Come on. And it's just money. I don't know. I feel like I've kind of gotten the money that I'm going to get. Okay. All right. This is an interesting one. I would have gotten me the cancer trinket earlier if I could have gotten it, but all right. Make them more powerful by doing this at this rate. Oh, Baby Bender. Makes it so that you're, wait, you're not real. You're not real characters. Okay. You know, what do you got? I'll give her a try. I already got it. Oh, but there is this over here too. Thank you. Zelda reference? Oh, right. Does make it perhaps a little bit difficult to, Hey, wait a second. You're not, I guess Great Gideon must have been the first one. See, that's why it's like it's not the worst thing to try and skip the first one because, you know, occasionally you just get stuff like that. Am I getting like more dimes than usual lately? Need some double nickels on the dimes at this rate, sort of thing. Which is not really what's happening, nor does that mean anything. Unless you're a fan of the Minutemen, I guess. There you go. Oh. I should really stop taking that. Whatever. I had that soul heart for this exact reason. Box. Jack of spades. Keys at what cost? Keys at a lot of cost. Oh, no. That's not really the sort of cost that I wanted to pay. I didn't want to pay that cost. Anyway. Hey, the mine! Get to see the entire map. Oh boy. I love it. And bombs are oh, okay. Speaking of, like, at a cost sort of nonsense. Is it truly at a cost if I don't even care about keys due to my current build? The current build, I mean, you know, that is still the entire thing with Binding of Isaac. It's just like builds are entirely randomized. You know what you're going to be getting in a run. You can hope for something good, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be getting anything good. I remember talking about that on a stream at some point in time a while back, I want to say at this rate. Where it's just like, Binding of Isaac, I think, does a good job at preventing things from getting too unfair in your average, in your average run and stuff like that. Ow. But at the same time, I don't really think that it's too random more often than not, and just results in you still having the occasional, like, super bad run. But I mean, overall, I think it's pretty good. It's like, certainly it's better than it was back during, you know, OG original Isaac, that sort of stuff, when anything could happen and you could just get like straight up soft lock sort of nonsense that occurred if the game wanted to, and sometimes it did. Yeah, but I mean, I do also think that more often than not, you're fine. However, there are occasionally the sort of runs where you just kind of like don't get anything. And in most games, it's like Epiphora. Yeah, sure. And the other one was the grabber, so whatever. I love those regret pillars, which lets you really know if you messed up by not taking it. It's a delightful idea for the game. Crawl space. Anyway, as for everything else, what do we got? Flush. Sorry, nothing. Yeah, nice. And I'm just gonna like, I don't care too much. They put like a new background or something in for this crawl space. It actually looks like a crawl space, like with the proper. It doesn't look like a hole in the ground, which is usually how this sort of thing goes. I mean, that's you know, always been something that I think. Yeah, I mean that is one of those little cool additions, stuff like that, or stuff like in the basement, actually making things mostly out of wood and whatnot. Oh wait, why did I even bother with that? It's probably what that button did, just opened up this. Send me in, baby! I'm ready! And of course, it's like, it doesn't even... Somehow I still have higher than average stats. Maybe that's because I died on that one floor. I don't know, like, do you get like a small permanent stat up or something? Then probably. Something along the lines of that. You know, the sort of normal stuff that you would probably think would occur in this game. Yeah, but a lot more like verisimilitude for the various areas, because the cavern depths in Binding of Isaac have always been this sort of thing where it's like, it's, you know, just sort of similar. Everything's just kind of similar to each other. It's a big cavern. I mean, even like Repentance did a good job of fixing that up. Anti-birth and all that. Fiend Folio, of course, also adds in, you know, like the pipe rocks and the sores, as you've seen. And like the boxes and wood over in the basement and the Selzar door. Most beautiful phrase in the English language, of course. And then just in general, you know, stuff like this, actually. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Big uh-oh. Maybe if I hold down. Oh, geez, this is not good. Dang old wacky items. If I get it as soon as it spawns. That is... I cannot believe that this is how this run is going to end. You gotta be kidding me. This isn't even like a Fiend Folio room. This is like base game nonsense because they gave me the wacky item. Is there like, maybe I can like just squeeze through anyway? Nope. I think I am just absolutely and totally... Oh, no! You know, there's also other things like this, which perhaps maybe fall under that, like, unfair situation RNG prevention sort of deal. Well, I mean, it was otherwise a pretty good run, all things considered. I think that this one really would have been able to take it. No, second Lazarus is still not going to be able to do it. Ah! Oh, no! Ah, well.